Welcome back to Mizzou Arena FS Midwest Prep Zone. The Mustangs of Marquette taking on the Lee Summit West Titans here in the Class 5 boys basketball third place game. Both these squads lost in the semifinals. Marquette fell to Nixa and Lee Summit West fell to McClure North, so Nixa and McClure North will battle for the state title. But first, the consolation round between these two squads, and we have a good one on our hands. Lee Summit 26-4, Marquette 20-11. But if there's a player to keep an eye on, it's number 44 for Marquette, Ryan Rosberg, a Mizzou recruit, 6'10", averages a double-double, an unmistakable touch around the basket. Lee Summit West controls the tip. They're in white, Marquette in green. And now the Mustangs look to draw first blood. Starting lineups on the floor for Marquette. Mitchell Cox, Christopher Lenzen, Dylan Jones, Ryan Rosberg, and Matthew Hink. For Lee Summit West, Shaquille Harrison, Austin Panko, Monte Harrison, Nathan Jackson, and Dale Brown. And loose ball comes away to Marquette. Couple of empty possessions. The Mustangs get it back. That's Rosberg there on the wing. Guarded closely by Brown. Rosberg has it taken away by Dale Brown. Titans try to come out in transition. The layup is good, high off the glass for Nathan Jackson. Jackson, a senior, playing in his last game as a Titan. Averages just shy of 12 points a game. And this defense from Lee Summit West, real good, extending to the perimeter, but there, Matthew Hink, and getting inside for an easy 2 points to tie this one up at 2. No state title on the line, just a lot of pride and also third place. Brown, jumper, falls short. Rosberg's hand in the way to distract the shot. And another turnover. This Titans defense real good. A nice strong take, Shaquille Harrison. Jab step and finishes with the left hand. Lee Summit West, a team that likes to get out in transition. That defense can translate turnovers into points in a hurry. But a nice move inside. Dylan Jones off the glass. Harrison once again, working on Rosberg. Oh, that would have been one phenomenal take, but an offensive rebound. Dale Brown there for the putback. And a quick timeout called by Marquette.
30-second timeout. Marquette.
Mustangs coached by Shane Matson. Lee Summit West is head coached by Michael Schieber. The Marquette's had a tough time getting that ball inside. We've seen Hink and Jones actually have a little bit of success, but already 2 turnovers in the first couple of minutes for the Mustangs. And the Titans able to capitalize. 4 fast break points for Lee Summit West so far in the first few minutes. Mitchell Cox drives. Nearly lost it and now goes to the floor. Jump ball. Oh. Referee's indicating a foul is on Austin Panko. It seemed those two just got tied up for a jump ball. Cox on the wing. And Rosberg hasn't had too many touches in this one. Now the Mustangs try to get something going offensively. Patient in their approach. 3-ball. Short and rebound. Goes to Trevor Gregory. Harrison tries to lay it in with the left hand, and a foul is called on Ryan Rosberg. Coach Shane Matson a little bit confused because Rosberg ended up on the floor. His first personal. Feed inside. Harrison fed Gregory, and Rosberg swats it, but also gets a ton of contact. That's 2 quick personal fouls on Ryan Rosberg. Ouch. You can go to bed. Gregory misses the first one. Trevor Gregory, the true definition of a 6-man, averages short of 7 points, a little bit over 4 rebounds per game, adds some extra depth in the front court for Lee Summit West. Misses both. But Harrison, the offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and he scores. The Mustangs just careless with the basketball. And a good take by Mitchell Cox. Makes it a 2-point game. Gregory drives baseline, knocked out of bounds.
In the game for the Titans, number 4, Kendall Powell. For the Mustangs, number 40, Ryan Parks.
So Rosberg on the bench for Marquette, an absolute non-factor in the first few minutes. Already 2 personal fouls for him. And we'll see if Marquette can get something going without him on the floor. Cox guarded closely by Harrison in a cheap foul.
Lee Summit West foul on number 3, Shaquille Harrison, his first, team foul number 2. Back in the game for the Mustangs,
Alex Winter, a 6'9" forward, also a senior from Marquette, comes into the game. Marquette, just a ton of height. 6'10", Rosberg, 6'9", Winter. Hink, 6'5". And Winter out to Hink. Hink thought about the jumper, now takes it and gets all nylon. Tied at 8. Inside, Gregory with the left hand, no good. Winter there for the rebound. Cox, another strong take. And goaltending the call, Monte Harrison went right up. Nearly an incredible block, but just got the ball as it was coming down. The Titans tend to bait the opponent sometimes, let them get into the lane, go up with the shot, and then the help defense comes. Harrison, redemption in the form of 3. Cox drives, kicks. Jones misses the 3, and Hink has it stripped away. Titans running once again. Jerron Session goes inside. Gregory ripped away by Winter. But Shaquille Harrison comes right back with the steal, and he's fouled. Marquette doing a phenomenal job of protecting the low post, but careless with the basketball. Already 4 turnovers.
Returning for the Titans, Kendall Powell, Nathan Jackson.
Harrison guarded by Hink. Jump shot no good from Nathan Jackson. And a foul called on Kendall Powell. It's Powell's first personal, and Mitchell Cox has been doing everything he can to try and get that ball in the lane. This defense of Lee Summit West not allowing anything on the perimeter. Cox over to Brooks Garrity, and now it's Winter working on Brown, and nothing doing, stripped away. Powell lays it in. Titans lead out to 3. Shot good, no, an offensive foul called on Mitchell Cox. Jordan Singer comes in for Mitchell Cox. Less than 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson drives. Floater off the mark, Hink the rebound. And the Mustangs can hold for the last shot. Singer using that right hand, it's ripped away by Jackson. Jackson lost it. And a series of loose balls as we close the first quarter. Lee Summit West 13-10 on top of Marquette here in the third place game of the Class 5 Boys State Championships. Second quarter action coming your way. Stay tuned here on FS Midwest Prep Zone. Bragging rights and a third place title on the line in this one. The Lee Summit West Titans a 3-point lead over the Marquette Mustangs. Marquette, a team out of St. Louis, Lee Summit over on the western part of the state in KC. And both these teams doing battle here in the central part of the state. Ryan Rosberg of Marquette only played about half the first quarter. He's still on the bench with 2 personal fouls. He has no points. But the Mustangs only down 1. Dylan Jones the basket. A great fast-paced atmosphere in this game. 3 ball in the way, no good from Monte Harrison, and the Mustangs will get the ball and a chance to take the lead. Inside, Hink is fouled as he goes up with it. Hink, a phenomenal free throw shooter, 80% during the regular season. And makes them both a 1-point lead for the Mustangs. Nathan Jackson from deep gets it to go. Nathan Jackson led this team in three-point shooting, hit 58 of them on the year. Brooks Garrity now gets a high screen from Winter. Hink now. Winter sets another high screen. Garrity can't find him, now he tries, and it's picked off by Shaquille Harrison. And a turnover. Lee Summit West 16, Marquette 14.
Returning from the Mustangs, number 20, Mitchell Cox. For the Titans, number 24, Trevor Gregory. Checking in for Lee Summit West, Thomas Ganadin.
And a foul on the floor.
Lee Summit West foul on number 24, Trevor Gregory, his first. Team foul number
Marquette going to the bench
for the Mustangs, Christopher
early and often. A lot of guys getting some PT in the first half. The ball thrown away. Winter throws it in the hands of Thomas Ganadin, who lays it in. Oh, excuse me, an offensive foul. Well, excuse me, no. He had it right the first time. He lays it in, gets the basket, and will go to the free throw line. But can't get the free throw. Mitchell Cox into the game now, running the point for the Mustangs. Had some struggles in the first quarter. Inside, Hink forces it up, does not fall. Ganadin swings it. Harrison thought about the three. Oh, nice. Crossover, shot does not fall. Titans a 4-point lead. And Nathan Jackson a reach-in foul. It hasn't been too clean of a game. Marquette, 9 turnovers, but shooting 60%. That's keeping them in it. As for Lee Summit, no turnovers, but shooting 38%. Pick your poison. Ryan Rosberg comes back into the game and immediately gets the ball. It's stripped out of bounds. Rosberg, 2 personal fouls.
Lee Summit West foul on number 3, Shaquille Harrison, his second. Team foul number 7. To the line for the Mustangs.
Rosberg draws a foul and shoots 2, or excuse me, 1-on-1 situation. Seventeen fouls for Lee Summit West. Rosberg went to the line 258 times in the regular season. And those 2 free throws, his only 2 points of the game. 3 ball on the way, rims out. But an offensive rebound put back, not there for Gregory. And Ganadin gets that one to fall. A couple of offensive rebounds. And the Titans able to get 2 out of it, a 4-point lead. Mitchell Cox all tied up on the sideline, it seems. Anytime he gets that ball, he's over on the sideline, guarded closely by Kendall Powell. Taken away, Penko. And Powell lays it in. Another turnover inside. Penko feeds it to Powell once again. Oh boy. An offensive foul is called. Austin Penko, as he's dishing it off to Kendall Powell. A little too much force, and we're going the other way. Strong take. Christopher Lenzen. And another offensive foul is called. This time it's on Monte Harrison.
Player control foul. Lee Summit West, number 11. Monte Harrison, his first. Team foul number 9.
Back-to-back offensive fouls called on Lee Summit West. And Marquette, a bend but don't break policy in the last 5 minutes or so, and now Rosberg back out on the floor. And the Mustangs a chance to do a little damage here. Only down 4 with about 3.5 to go in the first half. Cox over to Dylan Jones on the wing, swings it. 3-ball coming. Lenzen misses. And a great play by Dylan Jones to at least go up and get there. It's a jump ball possession arrow to Lee Summit West.
For the Titans, Shaquille Harrison, Austin Penko.
Austin Penko has 2 personal fouls back into the game for the Titans. Cox drives to the basket, misses. Up court pass. Penko takes a step in, jump shot is good.
Austin Penko.
Cox inside, Rosberg now, guarded closely by Trevor Gregory. Penko nearly ripped it away. Now Rosberg goes to work on Gregory. Body inside, misses the layup. Harrison, great feed to Penko. And just one too many passes. Jones picks up his dribble, lets it fly. Too strong off the back iron, Austin Penko getting back out in transition. Penko feeds Harrison, and Harrison will bring it back out. A blocking foul is called on Matthew Hink.
Mustang foul on number 52, Matthew Hink, his second. Team foul number
Hink
6.
actually leads all scorers with 6.
Nathan Jackson, Thomas Gannon.
Alex Winter into the game now for Hink, who has 2 personal fouls. So Rosberg and Hink, the starting power forward and center for Marquette, both with 2. Nathan Jackson lets it fly. No. And lends in the rebound. $1:30 left to go in the first half. Rosberg, power dribble, can't finish. And ball goes out of bounds off Lee Summit West. And Trevor Gregory is looking at the ref like there was no push-off from Rosberg.
Darren Session. And Dale Brown.
Mitchell Cox drives, picks up the dribble, has to force it up. Wow, what a finish. How'd he finagle that one? Lee Summit looks to be holding for the last shot. We've got about 46 seconds to go in this first half. The Mustangs will put on a little bit more pressure. And a 30-second timeout called by Michael Schreiber of Lee Summit West. The Titans, a relatively good first half, 40% from the field, but forcing 11 turnovers on Marquette. Titans have 8 steals, but just a 4-point lead at the moment. And this once again for 3rd place in the state tournament. Class 5 basketball, Nixa upended Marquette yesterday, and McClure North took care of Lee Summit. So those two will square off. Jalen Norman, number 23 for Nixa. Keep an eye on him in that championship game. He's something special. $15 seconds. You got to figure Penko might go at around 10. And here's Jackson. 8 seconds. Harrison. Shaquille Harrison. 5 seconds. Get it off. Dale Brown. Layup no good. And that takes us to the end of the first half. Sometimes you wait too long to get a shot and you end up getting a poor look. That was the situation there. Regardless, Lee Summit West, a 4-point lead at the break, 24-20, second half action coming your way here on the FS Midwest Prep Zone in just a few moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the floor as Mark Polstein and Keith Reshaver of Marquette and Evan Baum and Anna Hunter of Lee Summit West take part in compete against each other in the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety's relay. receives a t-shirt. Today's contest was meant to entertain, but there's nothing funny about alcohol and driving. Choose well, buckle up, and arrive alive. Brought to you by the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. Any lost articles should be turned into the guest services desk in the main concourse at the Mizzou Arena. If you find a lost article, please take it to the guest services location. Any articles you may have lost can be claimed and picked up at that area.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in high school sports
Back in the zone here at Mizzou Arena. The Lee Summit West Titans, a 4-point lead over Marquette at halftime. Second half action getting underway here. Lee Summit West forced 11 turnovers in that first half and wasting no time getting number 12, but then repaying the favor. A bit of a sloppy start to the first half, and then the team settled in to a bit of a reasonable basketball game, but such is the same here in the second half. 3 straight turnovers, and Austin Penko kicks it to Jackson. 3 ball on the way, no good from Monte Harrison. But Dale Brown tracks it down, offensive rebound, and the Titans can reset. Shaquille Harrison kicks it out. Jackson fires. Got it! Nathan Jackson's second 3 of the game. He leads all scorers with 8 points. Shaquille Harrison gets the rebound, pushes it up court. Gives it off. Harrison. Strong finish by Monte Harrison.
Monte Harrison.
Lee Summit West doing a great job of getting into the middle of the Marquette defense. Ryan Rosberg has been neutralized in this game. He's 0 for 4 from the field, just 2 points, both coming from the free throw line. He was out for most of the first half in foul trouble, 2 personal fouls. But the Mustangs not helping their cause. Got to make the free throws, and Jones missed both. Marquette in a 2-3 zone, trying to force Lee Summit West to shoot from the perimeter. That time it ends up in a turnover. Scrum for the loose ball. It's still loose, and the Mustangs come away with it. Jones over to Rosberg. Rosberg spin move and an offensive foul. Dale Brown had his feet set since Nam, and an offensive foul called on Rosberg, his third. Titans a 9-point lead. Marquette still scoreless here in the second half. Jackson will fire again from 3, he's short. Rebound to Hink. Let's see if Marquette can get something going offensively. Ball knocked out of bounds. Marquette, 14 turnovers. It's been one of those games.
Returning to the Titans, Darren Session.
Darren Session comes in for Austin Penko. And Shane Matson, coach of Marquette, leaving Ryan Rosberg on the floor despite 3 personal fouls. And that time, Rosberg is fouled as he goes up with it.
Lee Summit West foul number 23, Dale Brown, his second, team foul number 2.
And this is Ryan Rosberg's last game in a Marquette Mustangs uniform. He is signed to play for the University of Missouri, so he's getting a little preview of what it's like to play at Mizzou Arena. Makes both free throws. The Mustangs' first points of the second half come about midway through the quarter. Around the wing, pass inside the session. Trevor Gregory, spin move, tough shot, comes up short. Rosberg rips it away for the rebound. Mitchell Cox drives and a blocking foul. Called on Session. Kendall Powell about to come back in for Lee Summit.
To the line for the Mustangs, Mitchell Cox. Returning for Lee Summit West, Kendall Powell.
Mitchell Cox and Matthew Hink, both 6 points. And now Cox has a team high 7. Powell gives it up. Shaquille Harrison fires from deep and connects. All of Marquette's second half points, all 3 of them have come from the free throw line. But Lee Summit West has hit a couple 3-pointers, and that lead out to 9 now. Brooks Garrity can't hit from deep. Rosberg comes away with the loose ball and finishes off the glass. Kendall Powell took a spill. And he is walking gingerly. He sort of got sideswiped by Hink going for that loose ball, but he'll stay in. Marquette will need to go on a bit of a run. Powell swatted away by Rosberg, and a foul is charged to, they may have Matthew Hink for this one. Yes, sir. That's Hink's 3rd personal foul, so Hink along with Rosberg, both 3 personals. Lee Summit West started the season 16-0. Stand at 26-4. Looking to at least get one last W before the season ends. Penko pushes. Nice dish off to Powell. And swatted away by Rosberg. All 6 foot 10 inches. Get that one out of there. Shaquille Harrison can't hit the 3. And the Mustangs 2-3 zone doing exactly what they wanted to do. Force the perimeter shots. What a play by Penko to save it. Powell gets it. He's got Harrison wide open in the corner. Can't find him, and a foul is called.
Marquette foul number 10, Brooks Garrity, his first. Team foul number 3.
Brooks Garrity's first personal foul.
For the Titans, Kendall Powell.
Powell hits the second. Shaquille Harrison comes out. Monte Harrison replaces him. An 11-point lead for Lee Summit West. Powell rips it away. Can't finish with the left hand. Crisis averted. And Mitchell Cox, wow, what a take. Finishing with the right hand, opposite side. Trimming that deficit down to 9. And Mitchell Cox has really done everything he can in this game. In the early going, a few turnovers set him back a little bit, but now 9 points. Relentless in taking that ball to the rack and able to finish on that possession, getting that deficit down to single digits. But boy, oh boy, Lee Summit West, that defense has been phenomenal all game long, forcing 17 turnovers on Marquette, which is related to 17 points for Lee Summit West. 17 points off turnovers, 13 steals. And the fact that Marquette isn't down by more than 9 is frankly a little shocking. The Titans are shooting about 37% from the field, whereas Marquette about 46%. But those 17 turnovers, yikes. Penko to Powell. Penko drives. Wow. That would have been acrobatic to finish that one, and now Lee Summit West can reset. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Trevor Gregory puts it on the deck. And a foul over the back on Gregory as he goes for the offensive rebound.
Titan foul, number 24, Trevor Gregory, his second. Team foul number 4, returning.
Lee Summit West putting on a full court trap. But they back off of it quickly. Inside, Winter. Turnaround off the glass, and that's a 7-point margin now. Lee Summit West got out to about a 11-point lead, but you just can't stop playing. And milking time. There's still a whole other quarter left to be played. Little sense of complacency on the part of the Titans last few possessions. Shaquille Harrison. Fancy dribbling, gives it up to Powell, and he gets it right back. Titans want to hold for the last shot. That time it's ripped away. Powell, a lazy pass. And now the Mustangs can hold. They'll do nothing of the sort. Rosberg fouled by Gregory. Rosberg and Hink both on the floor with 3 personal fouls. Very diligent not to pick up that vital fourth. Hard off the back iron on the second free throw. Still a 7-point game. Eight seconds to shoot. Harrison to the rack. Can't finish, ball goes out of bounds. 1.4 left in third quarter clock. Inbounds pass coming, it's gotta be quick. Monte Harrison, it's good if it goes, and it's short. But Lee Summit West led by 4 at the half, and now lead by 7 heading to the fourth quarter, but the Mustangs fighting back from being down double digits. Fourth quarter action on your way here from Mizzou Arena.
Don't miss the Class 4 and Class 5 Show Me Championship only on Fox Sports Midwest. FSA is proud to be a partner with Mission. The Packers did the 2012 Show Me Showdown Championship games on Saturday. Check the Mission website for channel information.
The Marquette Mustangs and Lee Summit West Titans doing battle here in Columbia, Missouri. Winner gets third place in the Class 5 state tournament. Lee Summit West has forced 17 Marquette turnovers, 13 steals. And translating those turnovers into 17 points. Marquette with a little bit of momentum going into the fourth quarter. Once trailed by double digits in that third frame.
Marquette foul on number 11, Jordan Singer. His first, team foul number 4.
Nice feed inside. Trevor Gregory to the rack. Monte Harrison put that one on a silver platter. Cox dribbles around and threw it out of bounds. He's been trying to do a lot all game long. Does lead the team with 9 points. Marquette put on a 2-3 zone in the third quarter. Titans were able to get a couple three-pointers out of it. And now the Mustangs back into that zone. Harrison on the wing gives it up. Now Shaquille Harrison. Harrison cannot finish. We've seen a number of Titans layups just come up a bit short. And a double dribble. 19 Marquette turnovers. Poor Mitchell Cox. Gregory cross court to Jackson. And the Titans in no hurry whatsoever. Penko. Strong take. And he's fouled. Alex Winter left his feet. Penko draws a contact, so Austin Penko will shoot 2. And he can increase this lead back to double digits. Matthew Hink and Dylan Jones come back in. And now for Lee Summit West, Austin Barrow, a junior. And Barrow will guard Rosberg. Rosberg working on Barrow. And almost immediately a foul called on Barrow. Rosberg lays it in. Harrison. Nathan Jackson now gets a screen, doesn't use it, goes to the hoop. Comes up once again, short on the layup. Lee Summit West could be winning this game by 20 if they can just shoot with a little bit more arc on the layups. Lenzen picks up his dribble and has to give it to Rosberg. Rosberg fouled by Barrow. So Rosberg heads back to the free throw line. And Austin Barrow comes into the game for about a minute, picks up 2 quick personals. Offensive rebound, Rosberg with the flush. It's a 6-point game. And Marquette fans on their feet, a whole student body here. Let's call it senior skip day. But Shaquille Harrison gets to the rim with ease and doesn't come up short that time. Lead back out to 8. Dylan Jones drives, kicks, and taken away by Shaquille Harrison. Turnover number 20. Jackson. And Austin Panko is fouled hard by Christopher Lenzen.
Marquette foul number 22, Chris Lenzen. His first, team foul number 6. In the line for the Titans, Austin Panko.
Austin Panko, just 5 points. He's only taken 2 shots. But extremely involved defensively. Lee Summit West, 14 steals. And Marquette once had this game at 6, and now it's just like that, back to 10. Still plenty of time left, though, and Rosberg easy off the glass. He's been quiet all game, but quiet no more. Seven points in this fourth quarter for Ryan Rosberg. Powell has it swatted away. Rosberg the rebound. And is this when the D1 recruit gets going? Lenzen, wow! What a block by Monte Harrison. But a foul. It seems Monte Harrison got some hand with that ball. An acrobatic play defensively. And Lenzen misses the first. Titans lead by 7, under 4 minutes to play in the game. Shaquille Harrison. Off to Trevor Gregory. Hook shot over Rosberg is good for 2. Harrison, another steal. That's turnover number 21 on Marquette. Alley-oop from Panko to Monte Harrison, knocked out of bounds by Marquette. Shaquille Harrison has played one heck of a game. Only 9 points, but a number of steals, at least 4 or 5.
Back into the Titans, Kendall Powell.
And for a team that's shooting 35% compared to Marquette's 54%, the only stat you can really look at it why Lee Summit West is winning by 9. 21 turnovers from the Mustangs. Gregory gets the rebound over Rosberg. And now the Titans, 3 minutes away from a third place finish in the state tournament. Trevor Gregory going on Matthew Hink. Shot no good, and Shaquille Harrison looks like he got held up. No foul is called. Mitchell Cox forces the turnover. Mustangs got to start getting some points. And nearly turned the ball over once again. Cox, 3-ball no good, and Harrison comes away with the rebound. Austin Penko. Now, got to get it off, and that's a timeout called by Lee Summit West.
30-second timeout.
Just under 2 minutes left to play. The Titans with a 9-point lead. And the basketball. And if you're Marquette, you got to start wondering, when do you foul? There's no shot clock in high school basketball, so conceivably Lee Summit West could just hold for the rest of the game. But Marquette will put on some sort of press coming in the inbounds pass. And we've seen Lee Summit West, even back in the first quarter, hold the ball for nearly 45 seconds, or attempt to try and waste clock. Everyone's excited about this one. It's important for Lee Summit to slow its pace, but not be too casual. Harrison, a good strong take, and it doesn't fall. He's been getting into the lane with ease, but finishing has been an issue. Nathan Jackson comes out for Lee Summit West. Kendall Powell back in. Rosberg driving on Gregory. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2. And you'd think the senior, who's headed to Mizzou next season, would like to go out a winner. He's really come on strong here in the 4th quarter. But got to work on his free throws. Shot 63% in the regular season. And he's 5 of 9 from the stripe today. Make it 6 of 10. He's got 14 points, 6 boards, 4 of 8 from the field. Press coming from Marquette, and another timeout called by Lee Summit West. 8-point game, Titans basketball.
Timeout, Lee Summit West. 60-second timeout. MSHSAA has partnered with the Missouri Coalition.
And I'll tell you what, even if Marquette does get the basketball back, you've got to figure they're going to start shooting 3-pointers to try and make the most of their possession. But 0 for 7 from beyond the arc today. And Lee Summit West, actually even worse, 4 of 13. You know, it's one thing not to make one, but when you're checking up 13 threes. This game has been controlled by defense, as indicated by the score, but stats don't lie. 21 turnovers from Marquette, a number that has loomed over them the last few possessions. Got to be more careful with the basketball. Marquette gets a steal and nearly lost it once again. Cox inside, Rosberg power dribble, flips it up. That's a blocking foul on Austin Penko. Ryan Rosberg will shoot 2 free throws. Ryan's brother Andy out in Kansas City right now for the Big 12 tournament. Walk on for Mizzou, but Ryan Rosberg has got to get his act together from the free throw line. He hits 1 of 2 once again.
Returning for the Mustangs, Jordan Singer.
Monte Harrison gets it in to Gregory. It was nearly another steal for Marquette. Penko to the rack. And 1. Marquette curious, where's the foul? The foul is on Chris Lenzen. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Just a little touch in the back. And Penko extends the lead to 10. Just over a minute to play. Mitchell Cox can't hit the layup up court. Shaquille Harrison puts that one in. No foul from Lenzen. And just an errant pass from Jordan Singer. Lee Summit West basketball up by 12, 52 seconds. And this one is pretty much over.
Number 40, Ryan Marks.
Ryan Marks comes in for Brooks Garrity, but Coach St. Mattson of Marquette not done coaching. You coach until that last whistle. Monte Harrison finishes off the glass, and now all of a sudden Lee Summit West can hit layups. Mitchell Cox somehow gets that one to trickle in. He has 11 points, nearly comes up with a steal. Singer could have saved it. These Mustangs sure have a lot of fight. Jackson over to Penko. And Mattson saying, don't foul. And folks, that's your game. The Lee Summit West Titans, 53, Marquette 41. Lee Summit West will be the runner-up to runner-up, third place in the state tournament. Shaquille Harrison led Lee Summit West with 11 points, and Ryan Rosberg, the Mizzou recruit, 15 points, 6 boards. Really came alive in the fourth quarter, just not enough to do the job as the Titans victorious. We'll have more from the FS Midwest Prep Zone here in just a bit. Once again, final score, Lee Summit West 53, Marquette 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to recognize our fourth place team, the Marquette Mustangs, on their fine 2012 season. Presenting awards on behalf of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, the Sport Directors member, Mr. Don Mauer, representing the St. Louis District. He will present the 2012